This week on the MHR show.
We're here to talk about all things Festival of Work.
Claire joins us on the sofa as we talk about Festival of Work, what it means for HR, payroll learning, what we learned and what we can share with you. So, Claire, thanks for joining us this week.
No worries, thanks for having me.
So, it's Festival of Work last week. A lot of people may have seen it on our socials, we were there. You've been a number of times now, haven't you?
Yeah, probably about 15 years now.
Wow.
So, I'm very versed in the world of Festival of Work.
Well, this is good. I've only been for the last couple of years, but I thought this year was fantastic, and I'm really interested to get your thoughts on kind of how it went and what you think it means for the world of work generally.
Well, I mean, I think this year we definitely noticed a massive influx of more and more people attending the event. From our viewpoint, it was really busy. We had really engaging conversations. There was lots of really good conversations around how AI can help in the workplace. Lots of organisations coming to see us to look at what we do, what People First can offer, and kind of streamlining the processes that they have at the moment.
I completely agree. I think, so last year I remember we went with lots of conversations from the couch where we did like lots of little MHR shows where we talked about loads of different topics from the world of work. I think this year it was a lot more focused on AI. On your comment of how many people, I got an email the other day, 13,000 people went, and we must have talked to hundreds of businesses while we were there, right?
Absolutely. I think by day two my voice was going, and that's something for me to lose my voice.
Yeah, I think we were all kind of busy, but it was really nice having those conversations actually, because for us for MHR, it's not just about, you know, this is what we do, it's talking and learning from that world. So, you know, how do you feel about AI? We had a poll actually on the stand, didn't we? Where we asked people what stage of their AI journey they were at.
And the results from that were pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, you know what? I think we were hopeful it was what it was, and actually it backed that up. But it was by a stark amount. So I think we asked people, you know, what stage of your AI journey? Oh, we're not considering it yet. We're exploring. We're implementing it, or we're fully in flight. And it seemed unanimous that most people were saying, actually, we're exploring it at the moment. We don't feel confident to say we've got it or implementing it. We're just looking at what it means for us.
And I think that was reflective in the conversations that we were having on the stand as well. So when we were talking, and from my team's viewpoint, when they were demoing People First, there was a lot of that. What AI can People First bring to us as an organisation? We're not there yet. However, this is something that is a major thing on our vision for our organisation.
I had a really interesting chat with one business. I think actually they were from an educational organisation, and they were saying actually, I don't think we have any AI, and I don't know what AI would do, but what I would love is something to automate kind of like my payroll detection. And I was like, well, that is AI, and that is in what we do. So actually, there's still a weird perception of what AI is. I think a lot of people seem to think it's still a bot that has a name and a face that will automate things for you and make it easy. But actually, AI isn't just about that. It's also about just kind of alleviating and automating work, not just kind of processing or ChatGPT style AI, right?
Absolutely.
So did you have a lot of conversations with businesses about kind of how People First was going to kind of support them, or what that meant for them?
I think this year, more so than previous years that I've attended, people were coming to the stand with a clear vision of what their organisation wanted to do. And the questions that we were getting around what can People First deliver for us was all around that. They were intrigued to see what AI capabilities it already had, what we were looking to do in the future with it, but also, as you say, streamlining those processes. The real-time payroll went down really well. I think some people think real-time payroll is, okay, you've clicked a button and you've calculated it, but actually being able to see that automatically being generated in front of their eyes on the stand, they were blown away by it.
It's really interesting to see, actually. It's quite rewarding for us. We were quite privileged because we get to be at the event, watching these people engage with it. And actually, a lot of people in the business don't get to see the kind of usage of it and the surprise when it works for them. So I think it's really good that we can feed that back.
Definitely.
But it's also really good for us as a business to kind of test it in the market and go, how are you responding to that?
Yeah, that worked well, that didn't work well. No, I agree.
And I'm sure that's the same for all the businesses that went there. There were obviously a lot of other businesses that are looking at all things like HR, payroll, education, apprenticeships. There were a lot of bodies in the room that were trying to look at nurturing development and talent as well. So it was good to meet other businesses and discuss those things. one of the things that we talked about, we came in with our World of Work theme about
We did.
happiness in the workplace.
Yeah.
Did you have any conversations about that?
Yeah, I think as well the stand kind of helped with those conversations.
Yeah.
Obviously that was the theme of Festival of Work.
Yeah.
So we were having conversations around the wellness of their staff and how lots of organisations are still struggling with that, and being able to engage with them. And obviously we've got a platform that can support that.
Yeah.
So it was all very geared around the wellness at work, how happy are you feeling. With the stand being interactive as well, that drew a lot of people in. So even just the informal conversations whilst they were having a cup of coffee or interacting with the stand was really, really beneficial, and especially something that we could feed back into our product department on what vibe we're getting from the market around that wellness.
It was a really interesting kind of combination of those things, because like you say, everyone wants to talk about AI. Not everyone knows how to talk about AI, what that means. But also the event in the industries are at the moment are trying to talk about well-being and looking after employees. I reckon at the start of this year and end of last year, everyone was talking about how AI is against humans.
Yeah.
Now they're looking at actually how can AI do to
Help
improve humans' life, right?
Yeah.
So actually for us it was really rewarding going, well, we're going to talk about happiness and well-being.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about making your life easier and better. Now we're going to talk about how AI does that, because you're curious about it, but now you're not threatened about what it means for you. I think that was quite rewarding.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
So we had a guest as well on the main stage. That was really nice to see.
Yeah.
So Tom Cheesewright, who is our futurist for the World of Work shows and all the stuff that we've done with the Telegraph, came and did a presentation about happiness in the workplace. We were able to capture a bit of that, and Tom is coming next week.
Okay.
But did you get any interactions? Our stand is very kind of interactive about kind of what does happiness or a good day at work look like for you. Did you get anything from there that you thought was a good takeaway?
I mean, some of the comments that were written on, actually, you wouldn't necessarily think about it. Well, I didn't actually think about, is that something that would make me happy? But it puts the thought in your head. So there's a few things that were written down that I can't remember off the top of my head, but that
plastered all over our sofas. We've been sharing
they
a lot
are
of them.
indeed. But there was some really good insights that were given.
So if you're part of our community, if you're a customer that already engages people first, please make sure you dig in, explore the topics we talked about at Festival of Work. If you're new to the product or if you're new to what we do here, get on our website and check out all the conversations we're having. And remember, next week, we will be able to see Tom Cheesewright join us at MHR to talk about happiness in the workplace and what it means for the future of work. So, Claire, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.